2022 and 2023 were a complete write-off for Mercedes, having only secured one Grand Prix victory in the last two seasons. Hamilton and Russell rarely had a good thing to say about the W14, and even when it seemed the team were heading in the right direction, the next race weekend the car was utterly useless once again. Not fast enough down the straights and sliding too much through the corners were the main complaints from the drivers. But all of that might be about to change for Mercedes in 2024. But why? Well, Mercedes' new/old new technical director James Allison has overhauled the design concepts of his predecessor Mike Elliott. Essentially a nice way of saying he's thrown the design in the bin, tailoring the Brackley-based team's latest car to better align with Lewis Hamilton's preferences. What preferences, you may ask? Well, if you do recall, Lewis Hamilton really did not get along with the cockpit position in the W14, and in response for the 7-time world champion's request for a more rearward cockpit position on the W15, with reports that this adjustment has been implemented. Additionally, the car is said to break away from the aerodynamic design lineage of the W14 from 2023, with team principal Toto Wolff having previously indicated a substantial departure in the 2024 Challenger from the 2023 model. Following a challenging season characterised by a lack of competitiveness for regular race victories, scratch that, make that any victories, recent reports affirm these expectations, revealing that the new car features a smaller and lighter gearbox along with more compact rear bodywork. We are changing the concept. We are completely moving away from how we laid out the chassis, the weight distribution and the airflow. I mean, literally, there's almost every component being changed, because only by doing that, I think we have a chance. This is also the first season with Allison putting his sole design idea to the Mercedes W15, and not having to adapt someone else's work like he had to do with the W14. After all, you can't polish a turd. But also, we mustn't forget, this is the man responsible for two of the most dominant Formula 1 race cars of all time, the Ferrari F2000 and 4, and the Mercedes W11. The position that James Allison has gone back into takes him away from essentially partial retirement, and we all know this guy doesn't do things half-arsed. But there is no point in me telling you why he chose to come back out of retirement for the W15, so why not hear it from the horse's mouth? So what persuaded me to step back into it? I'd spent a year and a half or so being half retired, working 3 days a week, which did allow me an awful lot of tinkering around time and playing time, and it was great. But the downside of it was that I was away from the hurly-burly and the fight. Clichés, I know, but that's sort of what Formula 1 feels like to me. And I like the fight and the struggle and being alongside my teammates in the thick of the fight. And to be still in the company but slightly displaced from what's going on, especially in a period where it was clear that the team was suffering, it didn't feel particularly good. And so when I was asked to consider whether I would come back and take it back on, although I was a little sorrowful, that would mean sort of curtailing my self-indulgent time, it was with a glad heart from the point of view of tucking into the work alongside my teammates and enjoying the fight together to try to get things moving forward together once more. So Hamilton will receive his wish, and Allison is ready to help Mercedes take back the fight to Red Bull. But will 2024 be the year that Mercedes bounce back, or are Mercedes fans just being built up for more disappointment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today, guys. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content, and until the next time, bye bye.